Good evening, YouTubers. Well, my name is Jeannot Savoie. I'm from Bathurst, New Brunswick, the great country of Canada. And tonight we have a huge storm. Tonight is January 4th, going on January 5th, and huge storm. 2 or 3 feet of snow already fell. It's only started maybe 8 hours ago, and it's going to last till tomorrow. So I got some time tonight. Probably not going to work tomorrow. And lately I've been discovering and researching and fascinated actually with the moon, especially with the new technologies that we have. Better cameras, 4K. This is I'm looking through my 4K TV right now, Samsung, and I downloaded a 4K image. Obviously, I see some CGI going on in the background here, and even there's this image was manipulated, but in the most sense, I think actually the shapes are the same as a regular camera. So I'm pretty sure the moon itself maybe has been rounded, but mostly that's how it looks. So I've been fascinated with zooming in on the moon. So I've seen some videos, and some people's got some the faces on the moon, right? This depiction of large faces. I'll take my mouse here and show you. Like here, you can clearly see. There's two eyes. It could be anything. It could be just when you look at the clouds. We look at a cloud when we're young. We're like, oh, look, it's the shape of a dog and the shape of a this. Our imagination sometimes plays a trick on us. But in this actual image or picture that I'm seeing, looking at the moon, I see a few things. I see a few things that are very mind-boggling for me. I can't explain. How come the moon has all these faces and shapes, and it's amazing. It's just amazing. Now I'll show you what I did. So you can. Oh, sorry. So we can zoom in a little bit on this, right? So what I do is I zoom in where the quality is still good. Because the more you zoom in, sometimes you get a little pixely, but it's still not too bad. This one, see, not too bad. Okay, still a nice picture. So what I did with my phone, I took a picture of this zoomed in image, and then I was able to draw out the outlines of the shade on certain areas. For say, I did this part. Okay, I did this part. Now on this part. What I kind of was intrigued by this part is, well, there's a few things on this shot here that, on the middle here, attracted my attention. This bigger shape here, you can clearly see a nose, and the two eyes, and there's some kind of hat or head, and then there's something going on here, right? So this attracted my attention, and I saw the straight lines too. See the straight lines, and over here I see something here. I don't know. I see a straight line. Okay, well, what's that? Like what's going on here? I see a straight line there, or this, and then like that. And then when you close into this area, I can also see another nose, another couple eyes. It's when you zoom in and you take the time to just focus on different things that you can see on this. A lot of things I know it's questionable of what I'm seeing. Here's a thought for Christians, or I would say Bible believers. I can't say religion. I would say Bible readers. If you take literally biblical scriptures, especially in Genesis, in the fabrication or the creation of everything, when God speaks of a firmament, and on the fourth day created the stars and the moon and the sun, although he had created light on the first day, because there was light, because before that it was darkness. So on the first day he created the light, but not the sun. And then on the fourth day gave the job to the sun, according to the moon and the stars and the sky. The luminaries we call the stars and all the moon and whatnot. Well, when you speak of the firmament, what my issue here with the firmament is, that's not an issue, it's just we'll compare the earth, the circle of the earth, we'll compare it with the moon, because the moon is also something that we see, and the thing is, we always see the same face. Now, how is that lucky if we look at what we think we know about the moon, that it perfectly never spins out of, we never see an extra edge. It's always the same face everywhere on Earth. In the south, in Australia and South Africa and South America, we'll see the moon inverted just because of our perception. Because the moon, we see it from a different angle. So if I look at my ceiling at this angle and I switch around in my room, I'll look at the other angle and I'll see it inverted, upside down, because it's just perception, the way our brain focuses on it and records, right? And speaking of the firmament, when I look at this image, when I look at what we're seeing here on the video, I find that there may be more to the moon that we may think. It's pretty, to me, it's kind of getting obvious when you zoom in like this and see all these shapes and all these things. I find that they would possibly, or more likely, the moon would have also a dome over it, a clear dome. Okay, the way I look at this, the way I can kind of, with this zoomed in image, we can kind of see that there's something in between us and the actual floor of the moon. And the moon, by the Bible scripture says, the moon emits its own light, does not reflect the sunlight. That's what God in the Bible says. Genesis, all religion agrees to this. All the Jews and the Jewish people and all that stuff, they all agree that God says certain things, even in the Quran. Many places that we can discuss that the moon does not reflect the sunlight. It actually emits its own light. So I find that we may have a semi opaque dome over the flat disk of the earth, the flat disk of the moon, which is just it's a theory, right? I'm just saying it out there. There's a lot of flat earthers out there. I've been studying flat earth for a couple years now, and to be honest with you, I've become a flat earther. Not to say, I've been to school. I know everything that we need to know about the space, and every little detail. I focused on every little thing, and I find that the math and it's a belief system. It's either you believe in the space and extraterrestrial or aliens, or it's either you believe it because you've never seen it. There's only 500 some people that went out to space in the whole existence of humanity, and we're supposed to just believe these 500 people. Again, I was watching a video. The guy was kind of making a relation to, let's say I show you a picture of the Loch Ness Monster. Okay, would you believe that it exists? You would probably say, well, no. But let's say 500 people shows you the same picture, or a few different pictures of the same animal. 500 people bring you this picture, but you've never seen it with your eyes. But all these 500 people, they're all connected into the same organization. Okay? Now, all these 500 people are telling you that it exists. So are you going to believe the image, or are you going to go to the Loch Ness, the area where he lives, and actually wait till he comes out and take a picture for yourself? Then you'll believe, right? So you can't. I can show you 1,000 photos of Superman, different angles, but it's fiction. We know it's fiction. We know Superman does not exist in reality. So when I look at this, again, come back to the picture here, to the image. When we look at what we're looking at, this obviously seems like a face. Okay? There's another one here. There's another one here. There's another face here. Right? There's all kinds of angles on these faces too, and shapes. There's I don't know. I never counted. I just did this small little area depicting everything that I could possibly, a little line here, a little line there, every shaded area, every line. Not everyone. I missed some. Obviously, I'm not an artist, but I took my phone and I took the time to actually, and this is what I came out with. It's even more closed up because my phone has a line, a zoom, so I zoomed in even farther and I depicted all the shades. So see, I missed a lot. So I just put some lines out there. I didn't know where I was going with the lines. So I just, all of a sudden I got this whole big picture. I said, well, look at that. It's like a work of art, right? With the colors of the moon. I didn't change any colors here. It just zoomed in really, really. Oops. See, that's the moon there. And that's a different image that I downloaded in 4K, but this is Photoshop, right? It's the same shapes, it's not the real color. So I didn't really use this one, so that's another nice color of the moon there. That's, again, there's no stars, right? So this is probably just blacked out stars, and the shapes are the same, right? So this one I find, obviously Photoshop, but I find that the quality of every detail is stronger, so I really like this one. Excuse me, the wife is... Alright guys, sorry about that. Okay, so where were we? We were examining the Earth, the moon. Now, I'm going to zoom in again, right? We're going to look at a few things here that I see, right? And I'm thinking there's a firmament on the moon also, and that there's, the moon's been there since the beginning, since the fourth day of creation. So the moon has a lot of history, untouched history. Whereas on Earth, a lot of things have changed. So I don't know what to make of all this. I see shading. I see like we're looking through a glass dome, and in certain areas the glass dome is broken or has been hit, possibly by us humans in the 50s when we're bombing the sky all the time. I'm pretty sure those craters could be on a dome and also on the actual moon. The craters, circles, I don't know what to make of them. I don't know. And if the moon emits its own light, there could be forests, could be huge trees that are, if you look at a zoom out image, like I was thinking, there could be, I don't know, I was thinking even like it could be lakes inside that dome, that look like lakes, like we'd see on Earth, water, some kind of ocean, ridges, I don't know. I'm just sending this out there. The dome could be damaged, like, where's that big crater with all the lights coming out through? This image been tampered with. See that we don't see. See, it's been rounded. We should be able to see this. The crater that's all white there. I think it's over here somewhere. That's emitting all the light there, like from the moon. Down here somewhere. See, right here. They must have played with the contrast and stuff to get us these colors, because I don't think it's this one, unless it's inverted. Oh, it could be inverted. Yeah, I think this. Wait a minute. Yeah. Is it inverted? Let me see the other one. You see 1, 2, 3 masses there. Oh. Okay. 1, 2, that's 4. See, this is what I'm looking for. Okay. You see what I mean? Has this image been inverted? Because this is the moon. Just like, I think that's the picture of my buddy took this picture with his P90. So I know this is true from the angle that I see it from. And what's the deal? What's the deal? I'm looking for this thing. Do you see what I mean about the dome? Like, if there's a dome, if there's a firmament and it's also called a dome, the dome would, you know, like it would make it look full. Like, I don't know how to explain. If the light comes from within, it would be like a loop, like a lens, right? Like a fisheye lens, right? And it would actually reflect the outside and make it in a nice spherical shape that we can see from. But it could only also be a flat disc with a dome over top. So it looks spherical. It looks spherical. Okay, where's that thing there? Okay, I see this ridge here. Okay, and there's a dot there. So on this, yes, it is inverted. So this image of the moon is inverted. Could I say that this image is taken from Australia or South Africa? Or maybe it's just inverted. So let's invert it again. Let's invert this one. I can't. Oh, there. Yeah. Okay. Now that's what I'm talking about. Is it? No. Invert it again. Yeah. No. Is it a mirror image? It's surely not in the same angle, man. I can't really make out. This ridge here is at the bottom. So that's the thing, right? And I want to see this thing. And on this, it's like way over there. So I think this photo is not a real photo. There's been tampering with this image. I took this from, where did I take this from? File information. I took this from Moon 4K wallpaper, file name JPEG, dimensions, just source. Yeah, no, I won't. It's not the original file. From a website. That's a Google image, really. Wallpaper. But it's inverted. And we can't really. So that's why I'm not lost on this picture. Although, that's the image I drew from. Oh, again. That's the image I drew from. Oh, wow. To kind of find this out, right? I mean, I keep seeing this face and that face very, very, like, it's in your face, right? Like, this face upside down. So, I mean, I think out of every angle we could look at this, we could see all kinds of stuff. I see a tower here. See this face there. I saw it. There's another face back here. You see that face? Right? There's a face here. Well, sorry. Right there. All these shapes and faces are just amazing. Look at how bright this part is. What's going on there? And how come the top here is dark, right? This actually looks like it's emitting light. That too, in the corner here. Oh, you can't see it from your angle. That too here. And look, there's a dark spot right there. Okay, crater emitting light. Or you'll say, okay, well, the sunlight is hitting from here, right? But that's not what I'm... That doesn't make sense. Look at this crater. Look at what you call it, crater. It looks like there's a... To me, it looks like it could... These circles could be right on the dome. And Buddy's in there watching us. Or a statue. Maybe you build a big statue to... And look at this guy. I mean, there's obviously a bearded man in an image of... Or a statue of a bearded man in this circle. Another kind of a face here with the nose again, 2 eyes. Perfect square right there. What that's doing there. Oh. You can sit for hours and hours and look at all these shapes. Looks like there's 2 legs here, 2 arms. I find there's something there, maybe. I don't know. What are they not telling us, right? Okay, look at this. Look at this. If you look at this closely there. Okay, look at all this square. Look at everything that is square in there, right? Square lines, straight lines, like there's a parking lot. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at here, but I see a bunch of lines. See a bunch of lines, square shapes. Looks like a city, like this whole thing here. Square, square. Look at that. What's that? What's going on here, you guys? It seems like the faces could be like on the dome inside the moon, and then under the dome you got land, right? All these are land. This would be water, islands, you know. This would be also land here. But all these lines, even in the water, or maybe the dark side, the dark area is the water, or maybe it's something else, but I'm just speculating here. But these lines, where are they from, right? And you also see faces in the white spots, you know, they all have a face. What's going on, guys? I'm freaking out. This also looks like a big something of some kind. I don't know. Another kind of a face here, and they all have these weird faces, cone heads and stuff like that. Again, bunch of stuff going on here, you guys. Zoom in, you see all kinds of like this, like the shading, like there's extra light going on there, but there's no extra light going on here or there, or light. Look, what's up with that? Is that very high? Is that a tower? Like, what's going on, you guys? This guy's in there, just say hello, you know. Quite a bit of detail. I'm sorry, guys, I'm not lined up there. I got some reflection on my screen too. Yeah, again here the lines that we saw that earlier. When you get on this side, you got extra going on there in the dark spot, like an island that's raised up, right? You got a nose there and a couple eyes, another one there. Let's go look at the dark side here. There's all kinds of stuff, you guys. Always two eyes on the nose. Always, always, always. Sometimes one eye, and then over here again, you got all these lines, square shapes. It looks like road, looks like cities, you know. Looks like a microchip. Looks like a maze right there. You know, there's buildings, and it's like these people. It's like there's people living inside the moon, and they don't. Holy jeez, what's going on? Like some of these things I haven't seen before. Really, really weird, you guys. What's going on the moon? Faces, and what's this? You know, there's look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know if you can see this. Oh yeah, you can. Oh, the storm is raging. Something's going on in there, and what's that guy? It looks like there's a guy in that hole there. His face. I'm sorry for the reflection. I don't know where it's from. I think that my light. Maybe if I turn off the light. The camera's not very good either. This area. Look at this area. Seeing that the area here is a lot more damage to this area. This is more like what we normally see. A lot less depiction of faces, or if they are there, they be maybe inverted or whatnot, but I don't see very many as much as other places. There's maybe one there. There's something there with green shading, pink, blue. On the moon is all colors, right? Holy jeez, look at this. I don't know if you guys can see this. Holy jeez, what's going on there? Look at that. Right? Do you see that? Can you tell me what that is? Hey, look at the perfect square right there. Boom. Boom, boom. It goes in. Duck, duck. It looks like in the face there, right? And the face there too. And there's something there. See, the more you look at this stuff, guys, look like there's a door there. Look, there's an entryway, and there's a ridge here, like a deck. It goes down. Hey, you guys can look at that. That's amazing. I can't understand what I'm looking at. It should be all like natural. Everything that's on the moon, from what we know, from what pictures we've seen, this should not exist right there. You see that? You see that? What is that? I think there's a lot to learn about this moon, guys. And this ridge here, look, there's a head there, there's another head there. Look, there's something here, I don't know. Look, there's something here. Of course, there's something. It's you know, but there's a head there. There seems to be like a circle of elites. I'm just saying that for fun, but it's always like that. I don't understand what's going on. This face there, you know. I just don't understand. How come all these... Actually, you know what? This is friggin'... I'm gonna zoom in more on that. It's the most I can do. Holy jeez. Guys, I'm freaking out. I don't know what I'm looking at here. He's perfectly straight. Boom, boom, boom. It looks too much like it's made. It's made perfectly. It's not just nature making it that way. Look at that. Look at that, you guys. Again, in this crater, a bunch of lines, bunch of stuff going on there. Right? Like a huge city. Holy, I can't believe this one. Can't believe this one. I think I'll take my phone right now and take a picture of it, because I can't believe what I'm seeing, guys. This is amazing. What am I looking at? Is that I mean, God? Is it God that kind of lives there, goes there sometimes? And with all the angels, maybe all the angels go there. Into the moon, into the firmament from the back. We never see that, right? And they go there, right? And they build stuff all the time, and they make stuff happen, and they make sure that the luminaries work normally. And so I'm gonna take that as a picture, actually. Yeah, can I zoom in? Can I get better? I'm gonna zoom out a bit. Holy jeez, guys, I don't understand what I'm looking at. Phone, I can't zoom in too much, too pixely. I could probably draw out the outline. The outlines on my phone. Just trying to make out, what is that ridge there? What is that? It's like built in the rock. Very, very nicely too. There, it's perfect. It's like perfect. What is that? So we see like that ridge that just follows underneath. And if you see it, this line there that goes from like here, goes in like that, right? Kind of follows it into, and then it crosses here, goes in here. There's a line that goes through here, right? I see that. Also see what's going on there. I see this kind of weird shape. It looks like a triangle right there with another something here. Guys, I'm telling you. Here, there's something like going on there. All the way to here, ridge, another one there. It's like a big city, like a big palace. Look at his face, and look in the back there. Perfect cube. There's a cube there. There's a cube. That's a building. Look, there's a window there. There's a door there. This is the inside. This is the court. This is the inside court. They've got things going on in there, boys. I mean, I'm not crazy. I'm not going crazy on it. These are straight lines. I haven't made them. Look at that. Squares. What is going on, you guys? Look at this. Looks like a palace. Tower. Tower. Two. Holy jeez. Can't believe what I'm seeing. All this I've never seen before. I'm just discovering it as you guys, showing it to you guys. I mean, you make what you want of it. Am I crazy? Maybe I am. I don't think I am, but you know, most people that are crazy don't know they are. Line, they're perfect lines, straight. Again, look. Squares. Are they building what? What's this? To make a shadow like that, right? I don't get it. Is it a hole? There's a hole there. Like there's a ridge. Like this is higher grounds. And then, I don't know. Face right there. Guys, this is crazy what we're seeing on this moon. The lines, the straight lines. Okay, let's move on this side here, on this area I've never seen. Looks like there's a face there. More blurry area here, you know. When you look at it, this could be a forest. I was thinking the other day, I was looking at it, if there's a dome and there's, you know, stuff inside, maybe this is a forest. You know, the square right there, perfect square. Buildings, obvious. Something was built. All these could be huge monuments. Like, if you look at what they built on Earth, what was built on Earth as huge. This could be a city too, right there. Huge, like statues and obelisk and stuff like that. It's maybe for the people that are living on the moon, that they look at us, the watchers. I would call them the watchers. It's to pinpoint where we are, right? And for them to come back home, they can pinpoint things. Okay, that's the one I'm looking at. That's where I'm going. You know, it's okay to know the name of a place, but at least point to come to, right? I mean, if you look at that again, lines and squares and perfect lines. If I back up, if I zoom out on this, because I'm completely zoomed in, so let's zoom out on this. Zoom out. Look at that too. These trails. You know, are these? My question is, to compare with other things, are these lines always there, or is that just something flying through the firmament or inside the moon's firmament, and leaving a trail, like a chemtrail, like we call them? But you know, like what's going on there, right? Here, this one's going that way. This one's going this way. That's a huge crater there that emits light, or is it this one? Face there. Oh, seriously, you guys, I must say I'm pretty baffled. Like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what I'm looking at. I know I'm looking at the moon, an image of the moon, but would someone like an artist would have take the time to create this? Possibly. I can't say no to that. But look at that. Look at that. That's absolutely amazing what we're looking at here, guys. This picture here. All kinds of shapes. Look at this guy. Holy jeez. The details on every face. It's like they built a statue for us to see from here with the right tools. The details on this face, the nose, the mouth. Even got hairlines and hats and depiction of stuff that they're. I'm just, like I said, I'm absolutely amazed by what we're looking at here. And what's going on with this spotlight? Obviously, this is emitting light into that direction, that direction, that direction. It even seems like it's bending here. I don't know what the hell's going on. Straight lines here. I think this is something to do with the dome being like cracked or damaged, or maybe a portal. It could be. I don't know what it could be, but anyway, just stating ideas right there. Where's the? Hey, look at this. Look at this. Oh, you can't see it. Oh, well, yeah, you can see it. But I see like a tower that's raised up. I don't know if you see it the way. This is obviously a higher ridge. All this stuff is like raised. Where was I seeing it? I just took my eyes off it. I missed it. This, look at that. Perfect round half. It looks like a hat. Right? You see the hat? And then, what's going on there? Right? What is that, you guys? Let's zoom in. Let's zoom into this. Look at the details. I can't understand. How come it's just... Holy jeez, look at this guy's nose. Mouth. Looks like more like a monster. Or an animal. Could be an animal. The shape right there. Right? square, triangle. Look at the white side, the white stuff, right? The white stuff that we're looking at. Depicting the white stuff in the face here, right? It's like the whole moon. Looks like there's two figures here. Another one here. Very busy moon surface. All these lines. Yeah, guys, I don't know what to say. This here area, like it's all in the dark, but there's still like outlines. It looks like the pool here, like, you know, crater, or call it what you want. This one seems like it's bent the other way. So this could be on the firmament. These holes could be on the dome. Took some shots, right? And inside there, then you got a flat plane. Like, look, what's the blue? Where did the blue come from? Blue, green. Look at this. Looks like this huge mountain here, like it. And the face on top, but holy jeez, what's going on there? The edge of the moon here, watch. You obviously that these stars are CGI and not. Oh, look, you have all these lines too there. All these shapes and stuff in the lines there. That doesn't make any sense. When you're zoomed in, you see lines. Okay, well, there you go. That kind of debunks my theory of the cities and the lines, but some of the stuff that we're looking at, they're not just lines, right? They're not just lines. Like, this is not just lines. Yes, there are lines, but it would be all across. It wouldn't be just there, right? And in most of the craters, there's something inside, like this face, this hole going on. There's something going on in there. I mean, you guys could be looking at something I'm not looking at, and your imagination or your thoughts, you know, for what you've seen. This has a weird shape there. Green, two faces here, three faces, a bunch of faces, you know. Bunch of going on, bunch of stuff going on for sure. Something in there. A lot of craters got something in the center, raised up because it lights up. I don't know what it could be. See, they made it look like the light's coming from the angle. They made it look that way. Well, what's going on here, Blue? What's up? How come? That's not what we know of the moon. And that's not at all what we know of the moon. This is, I'm not sure what this is. We see all that. Right. See, this is what I think that, where I think that they played with the image, make it CGI. It's not a photo, it's an image what I'm looking at, but it's still they played with an image that exists, at least, but they rounded off. You know, they rounded everything out so that you can't see at the distance. But that crater, I zoom out. That crater for me is always in the bottom here. So if I flip it again, this is mostly what I would see from my angle of everything there. Again, lines around. Telling you guys. Face. Jeepers. Could spend hours and hours and hours looking at this, guys. You can actually see this guy's wearing a helmet. See it? Chin, nose, eye, forehead, some kind of helmet. Looks like a war helmet. You can see like he has a mustache or something. See a nice straight path here, like a city, you know, square right there, perfect square. Like there's clouds, that's why we can't see like underneath this area. I don't know what I'm seeing, guys. I don't know. All these things could be bubbles in the firmament of the moon, because firmament has water, and these things could be bubbles, luminaries of the moon, the stars of the moon. Maybe all these things are the stars of the moon, and that firmament, those stars, I don't know, I'm speculating, it's nonsense, but going on, stuff going on. Stuff going on. This is inverted. This image here, this area, I've inverted from the image I got, so I think that's the where it should be, or almost maybe it's a mirror image too. Dude, look at this. See, that's the face I was seeing upside down. On the other side, maybe it has more truth in what it's supposed to be. I have this angle. This looks like it's raised up. Ridge, shade. Inside here goes up, like a pyramid or a sphinx. You know, like some kind of a sphinx. Look at that. You see it? I'll put it in the center and zoom in. Watch. What do you make of that? What do you make of that? Huh? What the hell? What the? I'm seriously, I don't know what to think. bunch of faces in this area. Right? Okay, look at this. Oh, gee. So this supposedly is just there. Face. Dark here, straight line. Looks like there's a ledge there, or something in the middle. Be grounded. Shapes. Tuk 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 tuk. Circle ridge, wherever that is, looks raised. Obviously, there's shading there. So shading's on the right side here, and shading on the left side here. So, what's up? What's up? So, what did I say? Square. Anyways, 55 minutes. I don't know if you guys see what I see, if it makes any sense to you. I just want to point it out that I've seen guys making videos of the faces of the moon of this size, and it's true. I see them too. But then that's a blue dot there in the whole spectrum of whatever else. So I say the moon is not what we're led to believe it is. I think it's a flat disc with a circle disc with a dome over it. And the dome is giving us the perception of rounded edges, right? Because it refracts the light here and here. Can't always depict because it's like a loop. When you look straight here, you see perfectly, but if you look there, it's too much. You can't see. There's a face there. Face everywhere. And this looks like there's an S or letters, ancient letters. Yeah. Well, adios, you guys. I'm getting tired. Adios. And good research, guys. Keep researching. The Earth is flat. Ciao.